Hello everybody!
Hi.
I have seen a film on DVD that you have not seen.
And I'm Graham.
Oh, sorry. I only get the important bits out. I have seen... Is it Me and Earl and the Dying Girl or Me, Earl and the Dying Girl?
Me, Earl.
Is it? Because I thought that's what it was.
And the Dying Girl. There must be
No, it's
three
and.
people.
No, it's Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. It's just under The Simpsons.
That's weird.
Oh well, it's a quirky
That's
film,
bad
what can I say?
English.
Whatever. Jesus, such a square.
Such a... Scram.
So...
I'm gonna watch that back a lot. Anyway, go on.
What a boring life you must lead.
Oh, what Scram?
Me, Earl and the Dying Girl, or Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
Me and Earl.
It's
We've
about
just
a
figured it
guy
out.
called Me. I don't remember his name.
Oh, I thought that was a... I couldn't tell if that was a joke. Oh, crack on then.
So many people can't tell when I'm joking or not.
I can normally. It's just you said his name's Me, and I thought you like to be factual about these things.
Well, I do like to be factual, but I also
Yeah.
like to be very funny. That's what that was an example of.
They collide sometimes.
Basically, it's about some kid who's called whatever his
Me,
name is.
yeah.
Yeah, Me, we'll
Yeah.
go for. And,
He does have a name. He's not like...
yeah, I can't remember it.
Carry on.
Pete or something, I think, maybe.
Alright, let's call him Pete.
And basically, he is in high school in his last year, and he has cultivated, after spending a long time, an invisible image. You know, he's kind of like friends with everyone,
What are
but
you on about?
so
Facebook?
nobody's his enemy. No, he's probably on Facebook. I don't know, but like he's basically
I mean,
befriended
like, what
every.
Facebook is.
What the fuck is your question? That you're asking me for?
You said he's got an invisible image or something like that.
Yeah, so he doesn't belong to a certain crowd.
So it's like Facebook, innit?
Well, how the fuck is it like Facebook?
Because you give out a certain version of yourself, and you can kind of like interact with people.
Well, sort of, but that's basically he's not a jock, he's not a nerd, he's not anything particular.
Invisible image.
Fuck
What does that
me.
mean, though?
I
don't know what
tried
that
to
means.
elaborate.
He's not a jock, and he's not a nerd.
So but he's friends
invisible.
with all of them, so they don't notice him. They don't think there's somebody
They
to bully,
do
but they
notice
don't.
him if he's a friend of theirs.
But he's not a friend.
You just said he's friends with all of them.
He's friendly
You
with all of them. He can say hi to anyone, but nobody really gives a shit about him.
Right, so he's just off the radar completely.
Yes.
Say that then. He's not invisible. I don't understand that.
He goes on in the movie about how he's invisible, how he wants to be invisible.
I don't care, because he's putting it into context. You're just telling
I was
me...
trying to put it into context. I used his fucking words, and I was
So
going to
just say,
explain it.
it's like he's got a Facebook account. That's all
I
you have to
wouldn't
say.
say that because that's retarded. Anyway.
That's all you have to say. Anyway, go on. So he's invisible.
And then he calls
Can
Earl
he choose when he can be seen?
No, he doesn't want to be seen.
So he doesn't want to be, but he can choose when.
Well, he could make a scene if he wanted, yeah.
Does he have to put clothes on to be seen, or...?
You're making a bigger deal out of a point that is going...
When is he invisible, though? And what's
He's
he
not
got to do?
physically fucking invisible, you idiot. So he just... This is such a minor point. He's
Invisible.
neutral. He's on neutral ground in school.
Neutral.
He's not this, he's not that. He's just his own thing. He passes
they can
by
see
and see
him.
him. They can fucking physically see him, yes. Although they don't pay any attention to him. His background, he's made sure that he's a wallflower to everyone.
Wallflower.
It's a phrase.
Alright.
So,
So I just thought, because like, if it's an
Jesus
invisible
Christ.
girl... I mean, a dying
You're
girl.
an
Maybe
idiot.
there's like a ghost or something, like... If he's invisible. And
is
there's
it?
a
Did it say?
dying girl.
Is it dying girl or dead girl? Sorry.
Yeah, but he...
Sorry, you were ghost
so the
before
dying,
you die.
So Earl, right, listen to this story. Earl is going out with a dying girl, yeah?
No, Earl is
so,
not going out with a dying
but because
girl.
she's dying, right, let's say she's in a coma, her spirit leaves her. She starts having an affair with a ghost, who is Me, in the story. So she's cheating on Earl with the dead guy because she's half in, half out of death. This sounds amazing, actually. I'm writing this story. That's
fine. Go write
sounds
it.
alright, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. But you know,
You're just saying that because you're angry at me right now, but you're going to help me write this. Anyway, carry on. Yeah, you
the
bloody
end.
are.
There we go. We done it. Actually, that's funny that you should say that. So
Yeah, I'm always right somehow. Go on.
Me, as in the character, and Earl are two friends who don't really consider each other friends, but make films together, and they call each other co-workers because, according to Earl, the other guy, Me, doesn't want friends because his mum once told him he was good looking, but he knows he's not, and now he knows he can't trust anyone that's close to him.
Oh my god, Jesus.
It's a quirky, like, indie movie type thing, you know, like Juno, Pokemon Being Wallflower, 50-50.
I don't know it. Do you
Well,
know it?
I'll talk to the camera then.
Go on, I was making a joke. Doesn't matter, carry on.
So anyway, so the guy who's Me, what the fuck are you
I was
doing?
doing the thing.
I know what you're doing, but nobody else does.
It doesn't. I just wanted to do it. Carry on.
He's such an idiot.
I do things sometimes.
Yeah.
It just felt comfortable. Carry on.
Basically, the main character's mum says, "Go make friends with this girl. She's dying and she's in your school." And he's like, "I don't want to be friends with her." And she's like, "Go and do it." And he phones her up. He's like, "Do you want to hang out?" She's like, "No." And his mum's like, "Just go around anyway."
Oh my god.
So he has to go round. And obviously they become friends.
Yeah, obviously.
Because she doesn't want him there. He doesn't give a shit. So
it's like that one, Me Before You, isn't it? It's like...
It's everything Me Before You should have been. Not necessarily in terms of, like, I know they're going for different types of films, but in terms of the way it treats the subject of people dying of cancer, because she's got cancer.
I'm pretty good at that, and I like it.
Dying of cancer? Well, there's so many films. Well, you might be. You don't know.
I probably am.
Yeah. You could be on death's door.
No.
Most people lose weight when they've got cancer, though. So
I'm not saying any of that.
Right.
And that's usually from the chemo, in it, rather than... Oh, you get a lack of...
No, it's because they're dying.
You get a lack of appetite from the chemo?
I think also they're dying.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you're dying doesn't really...
I've never seen, like, somebody suffering from cancer for, like, 4 years who dies fat.
That's because they're on chemo?
No, but if they're not.
Have you seen many people who've been on
Loads,
cancer for 4 years?
Loads.
Anyway, Me Before You.
No. Me, Earl and the Dying Girl.
I know, I just wanted to remind you I made a good point.
I very much felt until the final half hour when things got a bit depressing that the first hour of this movie was made for me and me alone and nobody else in the world.
I'd just like to see him hang out.
Well, there's that.
Is that what happened?
Mostly. And also there's quite a lot of, like, jokes regarding movies because he makes movies. To elaborate on that point, I often like characters in movies more than I like the story in movies, and I say I just like to hang out with those characters. And in this, it's very much a hangout movie.
Yeah.
And also, so they make lots of movies, so there's very kind of in jokes regarding like Werner Herzog and things like that, which I was into. Like there's a bit where she tells him to do a uni application, and he's like, okay, I'll do it in the style of Werner Herzog, and he starts like doing a uni application like Werner Herzog, like I have seen the insignificant point of school, but I would care, that kind of thing.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna like this film.
Why?
Because I'm already fed up of you doing that kind of thing, and it's like it's too much.
You say that you like my Werner Herzog impression?
Yeah, but then there's every other impression in the same day.
I do 3 impressions, and I don't think anyone else that I know knows who any one of those 3 people are. When people are like,
so I get it all.
Yeah, so like people do impressions of like modern people who are famous. I can do 3 impressions. I can do Werner Herzog, James Mason, and the guy whose name I've just forgotten, the fucking bug-eyed guy from Casablanca and Fritz Lang's M. The guy that sounds like this. That guy. What's his name? I can't remember. Anyway.
Is that the one that Genie makes fun of?
Yes, Genie does do it, yeah.
And you got it from The Voice?
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Peter Lorre.
Can't believe it, I'm losing to a rug.
Not that voice.
Oh.
That's a different voice. Still Robin Williams. The guy in this, the main guy who plays the me character, I mean, they're all very good in terms of the me, the girl, and the me, Earl, and the dying girl. But, obviously, he's the main character, and I've never seen him in anything before. He reminded me very much of 2 people, and I consider what I'm about to say a big compliment from me to him, based on who he reminded me of.
Go on.
Tim Robbins. Yeah.
Okay.
And Bill Murray.
Okay.
Kind of had that kind of quality about him. Like, likeable, but sort of dry and sardonic and, that kind of thing.
Have you seen him in anything else?
No. I think I looked him up and I may have seen him in one thing they had a small part in, but it's not like you'd know.
So you'd like to see more of him because you liked his
performance.
Demeanour, yeah.
Yes, I very much did. What else was I? Oh, the Punisher's in it as a teacher, which is always a treat.
You Snapchatted me that bit.
Yeah, because he's a teacher, but he's still the fucking Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, but he was
typecast into the Punisher for playing that role before several times.
Yeah. But there was a warmth about him. I think there's a sort of warmth very deeply hidden in the Punisher.
Yeah, no, I think there is.
He's brought the warmth up a bit.
Yeah.
He's like the sort of Lisa Kudrow character from Easy A. It's not like he's the main character, he just pops in and out.
She clearly cares, but she just can't be dealing with anybody's bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, he will help, but he helps in the way the Punisher might help.
Right.
He's not going to batter someone, obviously.
Right.
But it's, it's the kind of advice about, like, I think he talks about how his dad fought in the war or something, the Second World War as a German, or I don't know.
As a German?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Watch the film. So, anyways, this film's very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
I mean, it does get depressing in the last half. I won't say whether she lives or dies, but...
She's dying, it's kind of,
Well, dying. Not... we're all
dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So she's
and it gets grim in the last half hour, so I'll keep it ambiguous for 2 reasons. Because either she dies, or she doesn't die, but they want you to think she dies, therefore they make it grim to make it, look that way.
Oh.
So I'm spoiled anything. What do you think, she lives or dies?
Well, now I think she lives.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It's obviously right in it, so...
we have to watch the film to find out, won't you?
I'm not going to.
You should. It's got a really good soundtrack as well. It's got a piece of music in that I fucking love. And that actually reminds me of something from my own life because it happened to me. It's basically it's the return of Barbara and demise of Joe, whatever it's called, and it's used in Kill Bill when Bill dies. Who gives a shit? It's also used in obviously Navajo Joe, and it's also used in Election when she's ripping all the posters up. But it reminds me of me because I was listening to it on my earphones whilst walking the dog, and it's the most epic piece of music you've ever heard. And then my dog did a shit, so I had to watch my dog doing a shit to this kind of like, sort of Ennio Morricone thing. And it was dark, and I was trying to pick her shit up, and I couldn't see where the shit was, and then I realised I was stood on the shit. So it's really epic, but I just associate it with the time I stood on my dog's shit.
Oh my god.
Anyway. But my point is that he sees the world in a kind of cinematic way, because he's obsessed with movies, but he's kind of, well, you would probably call him autistic the way you call me autistic. But
I wouldn't. That were a horrible thing to say.
You always call me autistic.
So what's your point?
So I could relate to
I
him.
don't, but yeah, fair enough.
So like the Ennio Morricone stuff, like, it's not.
I mean, you were talking about, the pulling the posters off the wall and stuff like
That's
that.
from
You
Election.
did kind of go, yeah, I know, but you did go kind of.
Oh,
like,
you're saying I got autistic then?
No, I'm not saying
As you would say.
No, that's.
I would never say that because that's what I would say, but you call me
autistic
autistic all the time.
I'm just saying.
And sometimes I'll do it and you'll go, he's going like that. I think like it's really hurtful to me and autistic people when you do that, so could you please stop?
Anyway, say goodbye.
Bye.
Good film on it.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Alright. I'll watch it sometime.
You should.
Actually, I might not, because I'll be writing my own film about a woman having an affair with a ghost while she's in a coma.
Sounds shit. 1 star, Darren Hopwood. Bye.
Who's he? No one's ever heard of him.
Not yet.